Nice guy habits. You need to stop now. The nice guy, he's getting walked over every time. And it's not because you're a bad person. It's because you've been conditioned to believe that kindness means letting others control the narrative in this video. We'll flip the script and show you the habits that are secretly ruining your chances for respect, attraction, and real power. Trust me, you'll wish you'd stopped doing these sooner. Welcome to Emma, the place where high value men come to get inspired to level up their style, own their love life, and take charge of their relationships. Number 1, always trying to please. Don't lose yourself to make her happy. We've all been there, constantly trying to please, to make her smile, to keep things smooth. You do everything you can to keep her happy, thinking that's the way to win her over. You buy the right gifts, make the right gestures, and say yes to whatever she asks. But here's the catch. You're losing yourself in the process. The more you try to please, the less you focus on what you need, and the more you start to lose your sense of self. The problem with this habit is simple. When you're constantly prioritizing her happiness over your own, you're setting yourself up for resentment. You're not giving yourself space to be yourself. You begin to mold yourself into what you think she wants, instead of showing up as the authentic man that you are. And trust me, this isn't the road to true attraction. In fact, it's a major turn-off. Women and people in general are drawn to someone with boundaries. A man who has a life, a purpose, and the confidence to say, no, I won't do that just to keep you happy. The key shift: start prioritizing your own needs, your own values. It's okay to say no. It's okay to ask for what you need in the relationship. When you stop trying to please all the time, you regain control, you become more authentic, and guess what? That's when the attraction grows, because now you're offering yourself not just a version of yourself designed to please her. Imagine this. You're in a conversation, and instead of agreeing just to avoid conflict, you share your true thoughts respectfully. What happens next? She respects you more, and isn't that what you really want, to be respected for who you truly are? Number 2, apologizing excessively. Stop apologizing for being who you are. How often do you find yourself apologizing for being late, for having an opinion, for taking up space in a room? If you're apologizing for things that don't require an apology, you're sending a message you don't believe in your own worth. The nice guy habit of apologizing excessively is often rooted in insecurity. You over-apologize because you fear upsetting others, or you feel guilty for simply existing. But here's the harsh truth: over-apologizing isn't polite. It's a sign of weakness. It shows you're uncertain of your actions and afraid of being judged when you apologize too much, especially for things you haven't done wrong. You're not only diminishing yourself, but you're also allowing others to see you as someone who lacks confidence. And believe me, that's not attractive. Now let's change this. Instead of automatically saying, sorry, pause, ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong? If not, then don't apologize. Own your actions, your opinions, and who you are. It's perfectly fine to stand firm and say, this is me, without feeling the need to shrink yourself. The less you apologize, the more respect you'll earn. Not just from women, but from everyone around you. Here's a simple shift. Next time you catch yourself apologizing unnecessarily, stop instead. Offer a statement of assurance or confidence. Own your presence. You're allowed to take up space without needing to apologize for it. And watch how your confidence skyrockets when you stop giving apologies for things that don't require them. Number 3, giving too much balance. You're giving with self-respect. We've all been there, giving your time, energy, and resources, thinking that the more you give, the more respect or affection you'll get. In return, whether it's staying up late to help a friend, always putting someone else's needs ahead of your own, or offering financial support when you can't afford it. Giving too much comes from a place of wanting to be valued. But here's the thing, overgiving doesn't make you valuable. It makes you vulnerable. When you're constantly giving, you're not just sharing your time or energy, You're giving away your power. You become the one everyone relies on, but no one truly respects. They see you as a source of comfort, not as an equal partner. People take what you give without ever considering your own needs. And before long, you're left feeling drained and unappreciated. The key to balance. It's simple. Prioritize your own needs and boundaries. Giving is great, but it has to be mutual. When you give, make sure there's reciprocity. You need to recognize your value and understand that it's okay to say no or to put your needs first. Sometimes start valuing your own time and resources. Visualize this: you're at work and you've been asked to take on another task, one that will keep you up late. Instead of saying yes, you say, "I can't do that right now." That simple act of asserting yourself sends a clear message your time matters, and you'll be amazed at how quickly people start respecting your boundaries and valuing you more in return. Number 4, avoiding conflict. Confront issues directly and calmly. Let's be honest. Most of us hate conflict, the awkwardness, the tension, the fear of things escalating into something worse. So what do? We avoid it. We sweep issues under the rug, hoping they'll just disappear on their own. But here's the harsh reality. Avoiding conflict only makes things worse. Every time you avoid a confrontation, you're letting the issue fester and grow in the background. You might think you're saving yourself from discomfort, but you're actually letting frustration build up, and that eventually leads to resentment. The longer you delay, the harder it becomes to address the issue. And when you finally do confront it, it's usually much bigger and messier than it needed to be. Worse. Yet people start seeing you as someone who can't handle tough situations, someone who's passive or unsure. The better approach: confront issues head on, but do it calmly and respectfully. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being assertive. When you handle conflict directly, you show maturity, strength, and leadership. You're not running away from the problem, you're facing it with a clear mind and controlled emotions. Here's a real-life example. Imagine a colleague at work oversteps their boundaries, and instead of ignoring it, you speak up in a calm but firm way. You don't yell, but you make it clear that you're not okay with the behavior. The result: you earn respect because you showed you can handle difficult situations, and you set the tone for future interactions. Confronting issues directly makes you stronger and more respected. Number 5, seeking validation from her approval. Be content without her affirmations. We've all felt it, the need for her approval, that little boost. When she says, "You look good," or "I love how you did that, it feels great, doesn't it?" But here's the catch: constantly seeking validation from her or anyone can lead to a shaky foundation. You're placing your worth in someone else's hands, and that's a dangerous game to play. When your sense of self relies on external affirmation, you start to doubt yourself when it's not there. The problem here: it creates emotional dependence. Instead of feeling confident in who you are and what you do, you're constantly looking to her for confirmation, and when you don't get it, you feel insecure. That's not strength. My friend, that's a vulnerability waiting to be exploited. The reality is, validation shouldn't come from anyone but yourself. When you start looking to her or anyone else for approval, you're giving away your power. True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing who you are, understanding your value, and being content with your own choices. When you stop seeking her approval, you'll notice a shift. You stop second-guessing yourself and start making decisions based on what you want, not what you think she'll like. Imagine this. You've got a big decision to make, whether it's in your career, your relationship, or your social life. You don't need to check in with her to see if it's the right move. You trust yourself, your instincts, and your ability to handle the outcome. That confidence, it's magnetic, and it's something you can't fake. Own it. Bonus point: stop being a people pleaser. It only weakens your confidence. We all want to be liked. There's no shame in that. But when you're constantly putting others' needs before your own, you become a people pleaser. And let me tell you, it's draining. You might think you're doing the right thing by saying yes to every request, always offering help and being the nice guy. But what's happening under the surface? You're losing your own identity, and worse, you're showing the world that your needs don't matter. Here's the reality: the more you try to please others, the more you allow people to walk all over you. They take advantage of your kindness. And what do you get in return? Burnout, frustration, and a loss of self-respect. And on top of that, it weakens your confidence because you're constantly bending to others' expectations instead of trusting your own voice. So, what's the fix? Learn to say no. Start putting yourself first without feeling guilty. When you start asserting your boundaries, you'll notice a massive shift. People will respect you more and you'll begin to respect yourself. It's time to stop saying yes to everything and start living for you. You'll be amazed at how much stronger you feel when you stop being a people pleaser. This is the true path to confidence and self-respect. Before you go, drop a simple word like growth in the comments to show us you made it to the end. It helps us know you're part of this real community. We appreciate you for sticking with us. Remember to like this video to support our growth and help more men find this information. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful insights like this, and share this video with someone who needs it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the next video we've recommended for you right here on your screen. We'll see you tomorrow.